the gift is to still have Sid's reminders to us, you know, in the form of his materials, that we'll never lose that ability to remind ourselves in that purest sense who we really are. And to me, that what that brings me is a quieter mind. And when I really pay attention to that, like I really do, I start my day every day. I just start from that place of really wanting to start from my true self, you know, from like really listening to my true self and not listening to all my thoughts about what the day will bring and challenges and everything. I just really am conscious that if I start my day with an understanding that it's all an illusion, you know, and I can play with it whatever way I want, but it's coming from a source inside. It's coming from a spiritual source, which is what Sid talked about. And that if I see that and I just don't have an agenda and my mind's quiet and I trust that in that quiet mind, feeling like connected to my true self as much as possible, you know, your mind's not like a vacuum. You have some thoughts going through. But if I feel that quiet, I find that then I go back into my day and everything keeps changing. It's like, it's so, in a beautiful way, it changes the way I would love it to change. Like I feel more feelings towards my family, like my husband, Chip, and our kids, my friends. I just, because I'm living from that true self more, you know, that a quiet mind really has to have a beautiful feeling. And if you don't have a beautiful feeling, you can bet that your mind isn't really quiet. And so I'm just finding it's accelerating. After all these years, it's still amazing to me that the process seems to be accelerating rather than slowing down. And so parts of my life that I was hoping would, you know, maybe have positive change in, those parts of my life continue to change in a beautiful way. And because I've been giving up on that agenda and not feeling like, well, I know what I need from this person, I know what I need to happen today or tomorrow. I just give into that trust in life. If I'm connected to my true self and that beautiful feeling, that life will bring me everything I need and I don't have to be anxious about it or go looking for it. I just, you know, I'm try to be as responsible a human being as I can in my work life and my personal life. It's not that you don't do anything, but I find that it becomes more joyful. So like just things that I have to do in my personal life or in my work life that before were feeling overwhelming, like there was always so much to do, and I started to see more and more that in my head there's always a lot to do if I wanted to pay attention to the thoughts about what I think needs to be done. But when I trust that you can really be in the moment, and not just that you can, but that's really the most spiritual way to live your life, is to trust that every moment has everything you need. And if you start wandering in your mind from that moment and futurizing or looking back into the past and even 10 minutes ago, that you're actually getting further away from your true self. And so to me, it's still not just as beautiful as ever when I first learned this. I'm finding that it's actually the beauty of the whole experience of having someone like Sid who was talking from the experience of finding his true self, that joy actually increases, and it's not like it's something that fades away. So I'm just so thrilled that in my lifetime that I was given that opportunity to have someone say, don't look at me for the answers, you have all the answers inside.